Hello and welcome to Olympus. My name is Ryan. I hope everyone is having a good Friday, the 16th. We are we're in the midst of a Sears game, a few other events. We're going to be talking about those. We got a lot of big news. A lot of big news lately. We're going to be going over all of that. We're going to be discussing what you need to know. And at the end, we are going to be doing a fluffy giveaway. And that is right. We will be sending enough money for someone to be able to get fluffy at a violet +1 and start upgrading them immediately. So that will probably be done towards the end of the stream. So stay tuned on that. That's going to be exciting. But we're going to be talking a lot about fluffy. How is everyone doing? Hope you're all doing well. I was lucky enough to get Fluffy from Olympus, so thank you, Zeus, for that. I do appreciate that. And we're going to be doing a lot of testing with Fluffy. We're going to be doing a lot of testing. We're going to be going over strategy, what he means to the meta, and he does mean something to the meta. So we're going to be talking about that. Hurricane, what do you mean by money? Yeah, so I am going to actually be sending via PayPal someone, whoever wins the draw enough, and I'm gonna wire that to them after the stream to be able to buy Fluffy, so that they can start getting him right away. Yeah. Bob, yeah, a few ideas on how you want to see Fluffy perform. Me too. I've already done some testing, and let me tell you, he's very interesting. He opens up a different world of combinations. So very exciting stuff. Very exciting stuff. Yeah. So we'll talk about all that. But I hope everyone is doing well. This week, what has been happening in Hero Wars? Well, number one, we have just gotten through Hero Wars Area of Conquest. Hopefully everyone's did well. Yeah, hopefully everyone did well. And we're able to win. I did not win. My guild did not win. We actually got third. We're pretty close to second. We were only like 10K away or something like that. But we just got so much in a hole the first couple of days, we couldn't pull ourselves out of it. But, it happens. It happens. And then we got the Elemental Synergy, Portal Anomaly, Seers game. Everyone's favorite, the Hero Seers game. Yeah. Bob, we're going to be talking about that a little bit later. We're going to be talking about combos. Yeah. Ryan, aren't we going to get Titus during Tournament of Titans Power? No, not this month. Next month, we will be getting Titus. Next month, not this month. Unless they go super crazy, and they haven't made any announcements about that. Yeah. So don't expect that. I might have played AOC. Maybe you have. Yeah, but we're going to do some combinations of Fluffy. But let's talk about the Seers game real quick first. We have other events that are going on. Like right now, we have the Demon Dolls event. Always good to get Demon Dolls, especially for newer players. Those are very solid. Portal Anomaly. I would assume a lot of people now have their pets maxed. So Portal Anomaly doesn't matter as much unless you're a newer player, in which case it is very nice to be able to get a lot more resources. Yeah. We're going to be talking about future events in just a second, Danish. So I will talk about that. But Seers game going on right now. And I'm going to be honest. I think a lot of people hate this event. A lot of people hate this event. But I've gotten pretty lucky. So I've done only a few things. I have spent all the skins to get, I think it was 50 of the material, right, of this Seers coin. I got the 150 here. But with that, and I have not spent anything. I've not spent any real money. I have managed to win a grand prize. And I was able to get the Lars skin. It is possible. It is possible to get it for free. You just have to be kind of lucky. And this time, I actually was lucky. I did get this Lars skin for free, which is super nice. I'm very excited about that. Unfortunately, the one that I really wanted was this one, and this is the only one that I haven't gotten yet. So we'll see about that. But yeah, most people are going to go through this event and lose everything. Now, my strategy here, if you lose within the first really 10 rounds, you probably want to go ahead and exit without going forward again. I was able to get to round like 21 or something before I lost for the first time. So once I got that far, I felt pretty good. And I had a chance to take everything on round 29 and I didn't have any more resources. I was at 0, right? So I had a chance after I had bought in after losing one time. So I had a chance to take everything after round 29 or go for the 50-50. And I thought about it for about 2-3 minutes and I said, "You know what? I'm going to go for the 50-50 and hopefully I get lucky to get the grand prize for free." And I was lucky. I was very lucky. I got bad luck 3 times in a row at stage 5. Oh, that's just killer. That's just killer. Yeah. Yeah, Danish. I think that can happen too, where you're going to go undefeated and then they're going to just make you lose a lot in a row. Yeah, they do like to do that. They do like to do that. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Let's get started. Yeah, so I was able to get the Lars. I was able to get the Lars skin for free. So excited about that. Huzzah! Looks pretty good. You know, angelic skin kind of matches the one that Krista has, but I'm waiting to get this until they make it like a freebie. I assume at some time, maybe a year after it's been released, they will make this available for just skin stones. I assume. We'll see. I'm waiting on that one. So yeah. But Seer's game, this is really just to talk about. Seer's game can be one for free to play players. It can be. Now, you probably will have to go minimum and spend all 130 skin for the hero skins, but it gives you other prizes too, right? So, not bad. And then you also get like one of these chests, which the Seer's chests, which are pretty good, give you a decent amount of items, some free stuff. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like everyone wasn't as lucky. I got to 28 with just one bad luck, then 3 in a row didn't get anything. Oh, that's rough. That's so rough. I think that's what they try to do. They get you to think you're going to win, and then you're just like, oh, all you need to buy is like one package and you can get it, right? They're just trying to lure you in. That's what it feels like. Yeah. 14. Yeah, you might want to quit after the first bad luck. If you get hit, if you got hit really early in the Seers game, you just want to leave, right? You want to leave, come back. Yeah. Because the first 4 levels are free. The 5 level, you can get hit. And then the 6 level's free too. So really, if you get hit anytime before 9, probably should just leave without accepting anything. Come back and try again. Yeah. Yeah. So we're not doing our giveaway yet. We're not doing our giveaway yet. But I will let you know the code word whenever that happens. As for this event, I do recommend that everyone at least try to get all of the, I think it's Fortune Smile, which is basically get 30 levels. It doesn't even have to be consecutively, but it's just free stuff, right? Free stuff is never going to be bad. So you should be able to get that. The Elegant Power, you can spend the skin stones if you have them. You should get the free to play. Like you can see here, I have 100 VIP points. That's just from doing the airship, right? But other than that, I haven't spent anything. Barely spent any emeralds too, right? 3,000. That's just my daily spend. So yeah, pretty solid. Pretty solid. So that's that. We have a few more events coming up. Starting tomorrow, we have the Hero Tournament of Titan Power starting. That is coinciding with this fluffy pre-order. This honestly, this thing does not give you any rewards besides if you want to buy fluffy. So if you did want to buy him early, I would suggest waiting until at least these 2 events are going on. But my opinion here is that you're going to get him for free. So unless you're a whale, you probably, and just in terms of spending money at the best spots, you probably don't want to pre-order him. Probably don't. But again, it's up to you. It's completely up to you. If you are, I would definitely do it whenever both of these events are active. Yeah. So, Hero Wars Tournament of Titan Power. I think someone had asked a question, how much should you be spending? And it really does depend. It depends on your group. I like to always tell people, try to get in right above a tier. If you have enough to win, try to do it, unless it's an insane amount. Other than that, try to get in a tier above the next place. So if there is like first place and then a tier break, which means a lot of points in between first and second, then second place and a tier break. Maybe you go for third, right below above fourth, right? Like that's kind of the strategy that you want to go. I do not think it is worth to buy Fluffy unless you're whale. Is Fluffy worth spending? We're going to be talking about that. I wouldn't pre-order Fluffy. That's just my personal opinion. Feel free to if you want. But again, that's just my personal opinion. I would say that I think Fluffy is going to be a good hero, and we're going to show that. We're going to be showing that here. Stop at 250. You can, but if someone goes to 260, like it feels like you should keep on trying. Yeah. Any upcoming event months? Is there any event that will give a free totem? Free totem? Probably not. But whenever the Fluffy event does come out, you should be able to get one for relatively cheap. Relatively cheap. This, I'm actually very happy. If you were on my last live stream, you know I actually talked about, I didn't think there was going to be any new hero. They hadn't announced anything at the time, and they didn't say it in their like January announcement, be expecting something. So I was like, I don't think there's going to be a new hero this time. I was wrong. I'm glad I didn't spend. I almost spent on that AOC golden ticket. I almost did. I was like pretty close to doing it. Then I decided, nah, I'm not going to do it. I'll just wait. And now that I know that, I'm glad I didn't, because I think the if I'm going to spend, the Fluffy event is the better time to do it. Buying the golden ticket and then buying a few daily charges so you can get a totem and you can get a red gift of Dominion. I think that's the best buy. That is absolutely the best buy to do. Yeah. All right. Fluffy with my mage team. Yeah, Fluffy is a mage. We're going to be going over all of his abilities. The most annoying thing is when you're number one until last hour of Tournament of Titan Power, and then last minute you get number two by some 100 power points. Yeah, Danish, hopefully you're awake so that you can just take it back. I always just like keep on looking. So if I'm doing it, I'm like clicking into it to see I'm still first, and then just like doing this consistently for the like last 5 minutes to make sure that no one's starting to jump up in points. If they are, then I start to move forward too. That's just my thing. They have put Goose to Soul Atrium. Will there be Electra also? Eventually there will be. Yeah, exactly. Sky is the limit. AOC ticket, or for new hero or Titan is better. So that's what I would do also. Next month, I would be expecting Titus to come out. We're going to be getting a new Titan, Titus Water Summoner. We can't expect that next month. Fluffy is going to be for this month. But we do have these Heroes Tournament of Power, Power of the Titans. That's going to be a nice little overlap right here during Titan Week. And then starting here on the 23rd, we're going to have the Fluffy event come into action. And whenever, I think I would spend right here, right here, the 26th, or maybe even the 25th. Usually the 25th comes with a Emerald Waterfalls. So I actually kind of like to spend on that day because I like to get the Ascension to Asgard stuff, right? Like Ascension to Asgard, I think is one of the top events. One of the top events in the game, because Ascension stuff is just hard to get. That's just my personal opinion. Yeah. So we'll see. If you're going to be spending for Fluffy, I would wait a couple days and do it here. That's what I'm planning to do. As always, I will be live streaming this event. I will be showing how to beat the bosses. We have done that in the past. I'm assuming it's going to be the same type of hero event that we have had in the past, where you're going to be facing 6, 7 chapters, whatever it might be, getting different prizes for each. For most of the time, free-to-play players can beat the first 5 for free if you're smart. Then 6 and 7 are usually pay to win. So that's the red gift of Dominion and the totem, which are going to be pay to win. I'm almost positive they're just going to repeat the last ones. So, yeah, that's what you should be expecting. I'm seeing a few people saying it's like super early, 7:30, 4:30 in the morning. Yikes! Yeah, luckily mine is right before I go to sleep. It's like 9 o'clock at night, so it's pretty easy. Pretty easy to stay up for that to make sure you win. I do feel bad for my people in Europe. Right? Those are the people that are just like staying up so late or having to wake up super early in the middle of the night to try to win. But I mean, nothing's fair. Nothing's fair. I remember whenever I first started, events would start about like 3 in the morning, and sometimes, or maybe 2 in the morning, and sometimes there would be event shops that were bugged. And if you've been playing for a while, I'm sure you've seen this, where the event shop has something. Whenever I say bugged, I mean something is on sale for significantly cheaper than it usually is, right? So because of that, you'll see that people will have bought that resource whenever it first comes out, and then later on, you'll see that the resource, like the devs change it to make it more expensive, but I wake up and I didn't have time to buy it in the cheap fashion. So, like, yeah, it's everyone has bad luck in a certain way. That happened to me beforehand. So, all right, let's get into Fluffy. Let's get into Fluffy. All right. So, Fluffy has 4 abilities: Deal with the Devil, To Hell and Back, Mark of Death, Usurpation. Deal with the Devil. Hellfire envelops all allied heroes for 12 seconds. While active, allies are immune to damage from enemy basic attacks and reflect it back to attackers. Up to 80% magic attack plus 22,000 total reflected damage. Each second, Hellfire deals damage to allies equal to 1% of their maximum health. So, what does this mean? What does this mean? This basically makes a few heroes, as long as you time it right, completely worthless. There are some heroes that only do basic attacks. Think of like Zhu. Zhu's basic attack, his ultimate just speeds that up. Fluffy, if you do his ultimate during Zhu's ultimate, Zhu is not going to do any damage. Same thing for Ishmael. Ishmael is not going to do any damage because those are basic attacks. So this is a very interesting to stop it. It will basically stop those heroes completely in their tracks. Completely in their tracks. Yeah, Fluffy looks stupid and ugly, nothing like the promotion. What do you think? I mean, I can't say he's like that cute, but it's whatever. I think his abilities are interesting. I think his abilities are very interesting. Yeah. But I will say this also has like this happens for 12 seconds. That's a pretty long ult. And it also deals damage to your own team. So be expecting 12% of the damage that is going to happen to your own team. Now, here's what I will be saying. Yep, that's exactly what I was going to say, Bob. Bob Bobbyson. I think the next AOC, we are going to see significantly different teams. Fluffy is going to be killing these Ishmael teams. Absolutely killing these Ishmael teams, right? So is that a good thing? Well, the Ishmael meta has been my team, so I'm not a huge fan of that. But I think it's sure. Like, let's throw a wrench in it. Let's always keep on trying to do something different. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. It's going to be interesting to see how like Ishmael does in those type of events. My best guess is we'll probably like the Krista meta will be the best, or maybe something with Fluffy involved too. He does have a lot of options that you can use him with. We're going to be talking about best teams to use. Me personally, I have a few ideas that I think are going to be really fun. A few ideas I think are going to be really fun. Hey Ryan, what do you think about the AOC team? Ishmael, Lara, whom can we take out to add Fluffy? Is my team also an AOC? Well, I'm not sure that's going to be a good AOC team anymore. Fire, like that's the whole point. Is that Fluffy, even if you add him, Ishmael, if another team faces him and Ishmael faces him and he gets to ult, Ishmael's going to be pretty worthless, right? So that team is going to be hurting a little bit, at least in AOC. You'll be able to change it a little bit in somewhere else, and maybe you don't use Ishmael anymore, but we'll see. I'll talk with you about some teams. Like Galahad from Stun, he will counter Fluffy well due to his ult and retaliation. A new pet. I thought the exact same thing, Gary. I thought Fluffy was going to be a new pet. I was really hoping, and I was like, they did it, and then they didn't. Once I saw his abilities, I was like, nope, that's not a new pet. Yeah, Sky, we're going to be showing that. We're going to be showing that. Okay. Yep. That's also a good question for usurpation. So that's Deal with the Devil, To Hell and Back. Protects his flock from death for 10 seconds. All allies who die during this time will be resurrected when the effect ends. They restore 200% magic attack plus 400, and their physical magic attack are increased 20% magic attack plus 50 until end of battle. So he resurrects them stronger. Now, this is very interesting. It can be stopped. And one of the reasons I think that it is going to be able to be countered is if you have Cascade. Cascade's Rain will stop people from resurrecting. So I think Cascade will be at least a little bit good against him whenever you're trying to beat him. So a Cascade team, a Morrigan team will stop this ability from happening. But that is an interesting ability, right? We already have a pretty interesting ability here. That's interesting ability number 2. So that's 2. Usually, if you get 2 interesting ability on heroes, they're going to be pretty solid, or at least be able to be used in different situations, right? So because of that, I think that we're going to see we're going to have to see some counters come out for Fluffy that are going to have to stop him. Next, Mark of Death. Fluffy puts Mark of Depths on himself, increasing his magic armor penetration by 5% magic attack, 205. When Fluffy dies, the marks explode, dealing 65% magic attack plus 4,200 damage to enemy heroes for each mark. This is his damage dealing ability, and it only happens whenever he dies. Can't say this is a great ability. I don't think this is going to be good. Sure, extra damage whenever he dies is going to be helpful. You are not going to see Fluffy be one of the top heroes in terms of damage dealing. You're just not. You're not. He is a support hero who's also a mage, right? So if we look at him, support mage, main hero intelligence, he's not a damage dealer. You can't use him as a damage dealer. But he does have a lot of good support activities. A lot of good support activity. So yeah, it seems like dying while winning. Yeah, he can be good. Like, sure, if he dies, it's not the worst thing. If you're in an AOC and he dies, it's not good because then you don't have his abilities at all. But if you're in an arena fight, you kind of want him to die after he does all of his abilities. Maybe that can push you over the edge to a win in a few specific circumstances. Next up, Usurpation. A very, very interesting ability. When an enemy uses an ultimate ability, Fluffy canceled it and deals 50% magic attack plus 6250 damage to them. At the same time, Fluffy takes damage equal to 33.35% of his maximum health. You're basically reducing that damage by increasing this ability. It can trigger once every 20 seconds. What does this mean? This ability, I have tested it out. It stops Sebastian's Ode to Serenity, or at least his first ult, which is huge. I cannot overstate how big that is. It is huge. For pretty much forever, you could not get a stun off. You could not get a control effect off against Sebastian unless he wasn't fully maxed. If he wasn't fully maxed and it took him a while, maybe. But against a max Sebastian, you couldn't do it unless you had Lara in a certain position, right? In a certain position that Lara's steady shot, where it stuns the enemy team, that could happen, right? Like Lara could stun before Sebastian gets a ult off. However, Fluffy counters this. And we're going to be showing you some testing where Fluffy actually stops Sebastian from ulting. And now control heroes can start to go a little bit crazy, or at least for the first little bit of the fight, which is really what matters. The very beginning of the fight is what matters. We're going to be showing you a couple teams. Skins, intelligence skin, stats, again, support mage hero, intelligence is main. I don't have a max, so I don't know his max stats quite yet. We will figure that out, though. Olympus blog, I'm sure we'll have that up there. Glyphs, he has magic attack, health, armor, magic penetration, intelligence. In terms of priority, you're probably going to be wanting to do either probably magic attack, then intelligence, magic penetration, health, armor. That's my best guess, just because his abilities scale with magic attack. And since he's not a big damage dealer, like, sure, magic penetration is going to be good, but I don't think it's going to be absolutely necessary, right? The twins, Jorgen, Cascade, Fluffy. Yeah, you're on to something a little bit there. You're on to something a little bit there. Artifacts. He has Balthasar's Skull, which is going to be a artifact for magic defense, which is interesting as a support hero. You don't see a lot of magic defense artifacts. Thea is one of the few that does, who is kind of a mainstream hero. So this will be good against magic teams. You have this Tome of Arcane Knowledge, Magic Attack and Health, and then obviously the Ring of Intelligence. Ascension abilities, no ascension abilities yet, but you'll be able to level him up. All right, let's get into some testing. I'm going to bring up two different scenarios at first, and then I am actually going to ask. We're going to throw some teams out there. We're going to do some testing on stream. First test I did. Let's just show this fight. Let's just show this fight. We're gonna show exactly what's happening so people know what to expect here. All right. I brought in Arachne, Celeste, Fluffy, Orion, and Aiden. I'm facing my AOC team. That's the Lara, that's the Ishmael, Sebastian, Lara, or Lyria, and Aiden on the opposing team. Now, I'm going to stop this. And the reason I wanted to test this team, I wanted to see if Fluffy could steal Sebastian's ult. And then we'll have, especially because Arachne's in the front as an Arachne tank, Arachne will be able to ult with Mara to stun this entire team. So let's see what it does. So you're going to see right here, watch. Sebastian is about to ult. Now, really quick, did you see that? You see there's like this little thing right here. That is taking away the ult. Now, you'll notice Fluffy got damaged and Sebastian got damaged a little bit, right? Sebastian's ult just got canceled. That leaves open so many control effects that are possible. That leaves open a Lara team with an Arachne team. You can do it like, I could see Arachne, Lars, Krista, Lara type of team, something like that. That is just going to stun the opposing team. We have to add Fluffy to that. Let's say Fluffy, Lars, Arachne, Cascade, and Lara, something like that, right? Where it's going to be a very stun-locky team because you're taking away Sebastian pretty much, right? And yeah, comeback of Jorgen, that's also true too. Now, the thing is, though, Sebastian can still ult. You are not guaranteed to hit Sebastian's second ult. You're not guaranteed for that at all. So after the first ult, if Sebastian is able to get a second ult off, then the fight is really going to just be back to normal. But because it's the first ult and Sebastian is almost guaranteed to ult first, that is going to really crush him. Now, the other thing I should mention, if you're facing an Ishmael in the next AOC and you have Fluffy and he ults right away because he's already won a few fights, Fluffy's going to stop him in his tracks too, which means you're going to be able to beat him pretty easily. So a lot of ways that you can use Fluffy. He is going to be disrupting a lot of teams. Heroes that weren't good. Jorgen. Arachne. Lara, well, Lara is good, but with her stuns, she's even more in play with Fluffy now, right? Anyone that does stuns can be combined with Fluffy to stop Sebastian. We are going to see Chorus as a pet a lot more because Chorus can't be countered there, right? As he can't counter Chorus. So we're going to see Chorus as a main pet. If you do not have Chorus leveled, my number one priority for you as a pet would be to level Chorus right now. 100%. Yeah. 100%. Now, let's go ahead and go through the rest. Let's go through the rest of this. Now, you're going to see Lara actually still be able to stun this team. And you see that stun. We got a couple stun people. But now Arachne is going to use the ability, and the whole team, or most of the team, 3 heroes are stunned, right? And that's Arachne with Mara. That's going to be an 8-second stun. That is a long time. That's going to be more than enough time for this Orion Celeste to just deal. Like, they're still stunned. Look at this. Look at this. Like, they can't do anything, right? Iraq, and now you finally got Sebastian to do his ult, but it's too late. It's too late. This team is like fully healthy. I tested this every single time this team won. And I don't think I lost a hero any time. I'm pretty sure I didn't lose one hero once on this team. Now let's go to another team real quick. I did the exact same team, but this time I took Fluffy out. And I exchanged Fluffy for Augustus. And I ran it 6 times. This same team, except change Fluffy for Augustus, only won once out of 6. That's crazy. That is crazy that one hero changes that much. This is why I say, Fluffy, you're going to need to level. I already have so many plans of Arachne, Fluffy, Lars, Cascade. Let's go ahead and create that team. Let's go ahead and do it. I want to actually see that. Let's see it on stream. We're going to do, let's just use the team I was just using. This is the team that I use for AOC, or I did use for AOC. I will probably not be using them anymore because Fluffy is going to be such a hard counter. We're going to use Axel here, War Flag, Physical Attack, Health, and Armor Penetration. Sure. Now let's go ahead and do a team. This time we're going to do, we're going to do Lars, and we're using Lars because we want his ability to round up everyone. Now we're going to be using Fluffy. We're going to be using Polaris, Arachne. Now here's the option. I could even use Cascade instead of Aiden. Let's try it. Let's try to use Polaris as well. This is going to be a pretty heavy control team. All right, now definitely going to use Krista. We're going to use... I guess we'll just use that with Magic Attack, Magic and Mastery, and Health. Let's use Merlin here. We'll go ahead and do Biscuit there. Yeah, let's try this. Let's try this team. I'm going to go ahead auto. We need to see Chorus on that defense. Now, yeah, Chorus can interrupt this. That is true, but even Chorus takes a while to charge up, right? And that's the whole point. That this team can get going before Chorus is going to be able to do one of his abilities. You can see like Axel still hasn't ulted. He should in just a second. There he goes on the opposing team, which would stop that. But this team is still not moving. And now I'm going to ult. That's going to kill Ishmael. Okay. Look at this team. Like it's almost fully healthy. And this is a lot of control effects. So even if they do have Chorus, like this many control effects honestly could just overwhelm the opposing team, even if Sebastian ults or they have Chorus. Look at that. Look at this. Okay, we got a defeat. We did get a defeat. A lot of wins, though. A lot of wins. I wonder if I changed out Polaris for Aiden, if that would change anything. My best guess is it probably would. And let's go ahead, we'll put Axel on you. Chorus plus pet flag is really high. Yeah, it is. It is. But these type of teams, like Arachne has been out of the meta for a bit. I think Arachne is about to come back in. I think Arachne is going to be able to be utilized in a lot of fun ways, which I'm excited about because I just leveled up my Arachne. Okay, so it's not 100%. Here we go. Like lost there. Let's go ahead and see if let's use a few of the teams. If you have a team that you want me to test, let me know. There was someone who said Krista, Orion, Cascade, Fluffy, Jorgen. Let's try that. Let's go ahead, switch up the defensive team too. We're going to use something like this meta and Lara, right? We're going to use something like this. Okay. Pet, we will do course. Let's do both. Let's do both. Let's say they have both there. There we go. All right, now let's do the attacking team that you just mentioned, which is Krista. I think you had Cascade in here. Fluffy, Jorgen. Let's put Krista in. And Orion. And we'll put Jorgen in. Where are you, Jorgen? There we go. Okay. And let's go ahead do Axel here. You should probably put Axel. We're going to put Merlin on you. We'll change you to chorus. Okay. Yeah, let's see how this team does. Let's see how this team does. It's not as stun locky, right? But you still have a decent amount of damage here with the Cascade. And Jorgen, and here's the thing with Jorgen. He would be better without Sebastian, which I think you're going to see Fluffy make sure that teams abandon Sebastian a little bit in some situations, in which case Jorgen can really be defined. This team's doing pretty well, but Jorgen, it takes him forever to ult. That's one of the problems, right? That's one of the problems. It just takes him a very long time to ult. So I'm getting good success here, and this is kind of one of the meta teams that you sometimes see. But I mean, it's looking pretty good. 90% team, 80% team, something like that. Yeah. I tried Fluffy against Lara, but Lara with Mara as a pet, and she killed him very fast. Yeah, one-on-one, you can't really do much one-on-one. You can't really do much one-on-one. Okay, let's try some other Fluffy teams. I'm going to take out Jorgen. Let's go ahead. Let's try a ultimate. Let's do an Arachne. Let's do a Lara. I'm going to try to do like a multiple stun team here. Let's go ahead and do Lars, Fluffy, and we can do Aiden. Maybe Polaris even wouldn't be bad. Yeah, let's try something like this. Let's see if we can beat the stun locks. You don't need Jorgen on a fast team. Exactly. You don't. Jorgen is great on a slower team. If you can get him going, Jorgen is phenomenal. Phenomenal. But that's if you can get him going. Okay, so Sebastian still can't stun. I already stunned their team. They stunned me back with the Lara. Let's see if here we go. Fluffy's doing the ability. All the regular attacks are not going to hurt me. That's very nice. And there we go. We got the Lara off. We got the stun. Oh, but Sebastian was able to get the stun off. But now Sebastian's still alive, I think. Looks like he's still in the middle. Okay. So with both Chorus and Sebastian, it will still be to control teams. Kind of. I would guess this team it's not going to have as much success as the last one without Chorus, right? Though it is still doing well. It is still doing well. But you're not getting the great victories, right? You're still seeing multiple heroes die. All right, let's try against let's try some other teams here. Aurora, Tristan, Lara, Seb, Nebula. Against this team? That's kind of bold. That's kind of bold. All right, we'll try it. Aurora. Where are you? Aurora. Still going to do Kane here. Tristan, Lara. Tristan, where are you, Tristan? There you are. Seb, Nebula, and Fluffy. Okay, let's go ahead let's just go ahead and do Sebastian. There we go. Something like this. We'll move our pet. Honestly, we should put this war flag on. It's kind of a mixed bag, though. You have some physical, some not. I'm not sure how much I like that. But we'll see. Yeah, my thought is Aurora is just going to die before she can really do anything. Team still won. I think that has more to do with like Lara, though. Good success. Whenever you're seeing teams like this is kind of uneven. Still good success though. But Fluffy seems to be doing a decent amount. Tri-beat, Lyria, Goose, Kayla, Aiden, Kira. Okay. Yeah, let's try it. All right. Lyria, Goose. Should change this around. Boom. Boom. Kayla, Aiden, and Kira. Kira and Kayla. Where are you two? There's one. There's the other. Okay. Let's put Vex on you. Let's put Albus on you. We'll go ahead, say Chorus. Yeah. Something like boom. Boom, boom. Okay. Let's assemble a team to beat it. Let's go back. Man, like this type of team, I feel like this is just going to play into the Aiden and Arachne combo because you got damage from the front, damage from the back, which you kind of want almost, so that Arachne just fires. Yeah, let's try like the Lars and Cascade. Let's try something like this. Let's see how it does. This will be interesting. Yep, thrown to the back. But you're going to see Arachne is going to be able to ult faster because of this. And so is Lars, potentially, to get everyone in the middle. There we go. Fluffy's ult, which is going to stop Kayla. And then we got the ult. And now we're getting everyone in the middle again. Okay, you really can't tell anything that's happening here. But yeah, anyone that dies is... Oh, wow. Look at that. Everyone just got restored back to full health. That is crazy. That is insane. That ability is going to be so interesting in AOC because AOC, someone can die and then Fluffy's going to revive them and like they're still going to be alive. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I was not expecting to see that. All right. You wanted to try a different team. Kira, Lyria, Fluffy, Thea, Sebastian. All right, Kira. Lyria, Fluffy. Sure. And who else? Where are you? Thea, Sebastian. Okay. Thea, Sebastian. I'm not sure how this team's going to do against that. It's kind of a mixed bag. Of... I like to try to do all magic. Now, who is going to counter Fluffy? I think you can say that Isaac is going to do a good job of countering Fluffy. Chorus will be able to do some of the countering Fluffy. You're going to get Cascade is going to be doing a good job of countering Fluffy. Yeah, this team won pretty convincingly too. I gotta say, stopping that first ult just seems so big. It seems so big because the first ult is usually going to be the tank, and if you can stop that first ult, it's just a killer. Like everyone puts their defense teams based off of that first ult, right? And stopping that is just devastating. You stop Sebastian, devastating. You stop a tank first ult, devastating, right? The healing, how did it happen? Is because Fluffy actually restores people back to health if they die, right? So that's how that happened. Try Fluffy against a mage team? Sure. Yeah, let's move it. Let's not do physical attacking. Let's do a mage team. That's a good idea. We'll go the Krista. We'll do the common Krista team. So we got Krista, Fluffy, let's say Cascades in there. Usually Orion is in there. We'll put Merlin here. We'll put Chorus. By the way, here's the pets that you can use: Merlin, Biscuit, Chorus, and Axel. And let's see. Who should we use? There's a few. I've seen a lot with Helios. Let's go ahead and use Helios. I've seen a lot of those. Okay. Pet. With this team, you're definitely going to need Chorus. We'll do still that with boom, boom, boom. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I shouldn't put Fluffy in this team. Let me take out Fluffy. I'm doing Fluffy on the attacking team. Let's go ahead, throw in, I don't know. There we go. All right. Let's throw in a Fluffy team. I wonder if we should do a double magic defense. That's kind of an interesting strat. Fafnir would also be a good one for stuns. I see some people talking about that, right? Let's do this. Let's do Orion. And I don't know. I'm not going to use Isaac. I don't want to use Isaac. That seems too easy. Maybe Nebula. No. Let's throw Aiden in. Aiden's just such a solid hero. Okay, something like this. Let's see how it does. If Fluffy could be patronaged by Mara, he would be much more broken. Rufus. Well, I mean, if you have the opponent has Rufus, here we go. Magic team still wins. I think one of the nice things about like fighting a magic team here is you do have two magic artifacts, right? You have Fluffy's and Thea's. Let's go ahead and change it up a little bit. Let's use someone else instead of Thea. Let's go ahead and use maybe our own version of Cascade. Use Rufus against the Magic team. Yeah, they have Cascade, so I think they have Cascade. Yeah, so I don't want to use Rufus. Boom. Okay, that didn't do very well. Let's change it up. Let's not use that. Let's go ahead use. Let's try something else. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and use Augustus. And we're going to take you away. I'm going to throw in a Nebula. And we're also going to use Electra. Let's see how this does. I think with Electra taking a lot more of the damage, this could be more effective. And especially with Augustus, you're stopping the first ult here. So you're seeing Orion is not ulting. Okay. That was much easier and much faster. It's going to be even faster than this team, it looks like. Now, this team should win most of the time, but you're going to have healing issues and AOC, right? You probably can win one fight pretty quick. But honestly, like, this is not the situation where I think Fluffy is using to the best of his abilities. You want to use Fluffy the most whenever you are against heroes with the basic attacks, right? So anyone that is using basic attacks for a lot of their damage, that can be Celeste does that too. So good against Celeste, Kayla, Ishmael, the ones I mentioned earlier, as well as Sebastian. Like really good against Sebastian, pretty good against tanks. Pretty good against tanks too. This one, this one's just a solid support for anyone. But yeah, like you want to be using him against Sebastian, I would say, and taking advantage of that. And anyone that does just basic attacks, a lot of their damage is basic attacks. Let's take a look. Most of the people whose most of their damage is basic attacks are going to be physical attacking heroes. Like Kayla will be good, very good against Kayla. It's a little bit like Alvanor, just a better version of Alvanor, I guess. You can kind of consider that. I mean, even Dante's spear can do a lot of damage. So not a bad idea there. But I think you're going to see Zhu, and especially Ishmael. And I think he just opens up a lot of opportunity for control teams too. Oh man, I'm not sure they would work that well together, Bob Bobbyson. You're already kind of doing the same ability, so I don't think you really need that. Kayla getting countered by the 37th hero in a row. Yeah. Yeah, Kayla can be countered relatively easily. But okay, so we did some testing. I would definitely say you want to level up Fluffy. I think my personal preference here is I'm going to want to be using Fluffy, particularly with control teams, right? Let's see if we can add like even Fafnir in. Let's create the ultimate control team. That's really what I want to do. Okay. Only control heroes. So we're going to do Fluffy, Arachne. We're going to be doing let's throw Lara in there. Let's throw Fafnir in there. This is going to be a funny team. Who else can give me a good stun? I really should build a defense team and then attack it, honestly. Yeah, let's build a defense team and then attack it. It has to be a little bit slower. So let's go back to that Sebastian team. We're still going to put Mara in. We'll put... I guess I'll just go back and do the other team that I have been doing. Lyria and Ishmael. I'll just use that as the example. Okay. Axel. Usually people don't have Chorus and Axel, or Sebastian and Chorus. That's why I'm only using one of them. Who knows if that changes a little bit moving forward. But okay, there we go. Now let's do my control team. Lara, Fafnir, Electra, or not Electra, Arachne, and yeah, let's put Lars in there. Let's try it. 100%. Yeah, Chorus will be the number one pet. I 100% believe that. Chorus is going to be doing a lot of things. Now, the negative here is that if Arachne dies before she can ult, then that's going to be in trouble, right? which might happen right here. Yep, it did. So before that team could really get going. Okay, let's change it up. Let's take you out. We'll just put in our own Sebastian. Let's try it now. So I stopped there, Sebastian. Boom. My Sebastian died, but I don't think it's really going to matter with how much I'll be able to stun lock them. Yeah. Victory, 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 victory. It's just too much stun locking. Okay, well, this one it wasn't. Let's see what happened on that one. Maybe a few good crits. Yeah, Arachne does need protection. I would agree. I think Arachne's best used with Aiden. Okay, so yep, there it is. A big ult or a big crit. That's what killed her. Yep. That's what killed her. Okay, it depends on if they have Lara or not too, right? If you didn't have Lara with Mara, then you wouldn't need Sebastian and you could put someone else in. But honestly, Fafnir takes so long, like just super long, to ult. The only time he doesn't is if you're going against a Kayla, right? So if I put like this team against now, this team should be doing very well. Let's move back to Lars here. Yeah, this team should do very well against this. Chorus will be the only useful pet. Hopefully they create new pets. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Stun lock galore. That's even with Chorus. Lyria is recovering a lot of health. There we go. Just a lot of stuns. 3 heroes that stun. And then Lars also does some control effects too. Moving everyone together. Really, the reason I'm putting Lars in here, I want everyone to be together for Lars or for Arachne stuns. So that's the reason for it. Yeah. Try Luther and Tristan. Mara as a team pet. I probably should have done that too. Try Luther and Tristan. Are you talking about with Fluffy? I'm assuming you are. Okay, let's go ahead, put Sebastian in and something like that. I think he's going to be good in a lot of different situations. I really do. I think that's why he's going to be so important to get, right? So if you don't want to buy him right now, that's okay. You don't need to, but make sure you're doing as much as you can during the actual event. Okay, so we got some victories here, but I'm not sure it's because of them per se. Yeah. Can you use that team you just used? Try to beat the Kira Fluffy Lyria team. Which one? Which one are you talking about? Can Fluffy replace Lyria and Lyria teams to keep Dante stunned? No, he doesn't stun. Like Fluffy doesn't stun. Fluffy just stops people from ulting to prevent your stuns. Oh, okay, got it. Got it. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead. Giveaway. We are going to be giving away a Fluffy, or really the money required to buy a Fluffy. Go ahead, exclamation point Fluffy. I've seen a few of people already guess what it's going to be. Exclamation point Fluffy. I'm going to give you a solid, decent amount of time for everyone to get their things in. Okay, and for Keenan, I hope I'm saying that right. I'll go ahead, check your team out too. We'll put that team in defense. Kira, Fluffy. Kira? Fluffy. Lyria. Okay. Thea Sebastian. All right. We'll try something like this. Can we beat this team? I'm gonna guess we'll just put Axel in. We'll put I just have the flag of strength up. I'm gonna say magic and physical attack health. All right. Let's see if I can beat this team. What would I use? I think a fast Krista team probably could beat this team. Merlin. We'll give you Chorus. Let's see. Who else should I add here? Feel like I'm forgetting one of the big ones from this team. I guess I'll try to throw in Nebula. You know. Let's see if this works. I don't think it's a bad team against this. Exclamation point Fluffy. If you want to be entered into the drawing to potentially win a free Fluffy. And the thing is, like, but this team, okay, did pretty good. Defeat, but didn't fully win. Okay, let's change it up. You're gone. What if we put a hero like... Honestly, I should have put Polaris with Arachne instead of like a Fafnir. Polaris extending the control effects. That would have been probably better. Who do I want to add to this team? Let's try like a Dorian. Could be pretty solid. Heals them up. Yeah. Kind of what I'm expecting here. Okay, so didn't win, but like you see, heroes are still there. Another defeat, a full victory, another defeat. It's either close losses or dominant wins. That's what it looks like. Like the Kansas City Chiefs this year for most of the year. All right, let's take him out. What if we added like this? Cascade is the problem. Worked a little bit better. Throw a little bit more damage in there. $50-50. Win one, lose one. That's what it looks like. Yeah. All right. Exclamation point Fluffy. Exclamation point Fluffy. Cascade does a lot of basic attack. I guess that is true. Yeah, I guess that is true with Cascade's ability. I guess it would be considered basic attacks. Or it really changes everyone's basic attacks into magic attacks, right? Exclamation. You only have to put it once, and we'll get our giveaway going. I'm gonna give you another 30 seconds. 30 seconds. If you haven't put exclamation point Fluffy in, now is the time. Now is the time. How's the Nebula boost work on him? I don't think it's going to be that good. The biggest reason is because he doesn't really do a lot of damage, right? Now, I guess you can increase the magic attack for him, which would still help reflect the attacks back, right? So maybe that's good. Yeah, maybe that's okay. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Got a lot of comments. Let's see how many. 159 watching. Only one winner. Exclamation point Fluffy. All right. Let's see. 79 total participants. 79. Not bad. Here we go. Let's see who wins Fluffy. This is exciting. 2, 1. Winner. Markin Bogaki, 1,000. Markin Bogaki, 1,000. Congratulations on your win. Are you in the chat? If you are, please let me know if you are here. Markin, forgive me. Let me know if you're here. I'll give you a couple minutes. Hopefully he is. If he's not, all that for nothing, and we'll have to go again. Still not seeing anything. Marcin Bogaki. Rigged to re-roll. Yeah. I hope you're here. I really do hope you're here. One more minute. One more minute. Otherwise, I'm going to have to re-roll. Just so everyone knows, I'll probably be doing a upgrading him primarily during the Hero Tournament of Power. Like I'm still getting all this stuff because you get coins for upgrading that stuff, but yeah. Okay, I'm not seeing him. I am not seeing him. Yeah. Oh boy. Well, I'm gonna give it a tiny little bit more time. Then we're gonna go. We're gonna redraw. We're gonna redraw. He's here, but AFK maybe. You need to be. You need to be here. You need to be here and active. I kind of like that a little bit of Sebastian's utility is getting taken away. He's such an OP hero, right? He's such an OP hero that like taking him away a little bit, like he's still going to be useful. He's still a great hero. One of the things we didn't talk about, I think Fluffy could be kind of interesting too against Osh and Maestro. Like the ability to resurrect your own heroes, depending on if they consider that like if they allow that, could be really interesting. Could be very, very interesting. So we'll do some testing about around that once Fluffy is fully maxed on my account. And they become stronger. Exactly. They do become stronger when they come back. If he resurrects like 4 people on your team, and watch Fluffy resurrect your entire team, then he would just be destroying the team would be destroying people. I think it's got to be kind of funny. You're going to have a team that looks like it's winning and decisively, and then Fluffy's going to use that ability, somehow be alive, res everyone, and then that team's going to get stomped. Cascade would stop that. Yep. All right, I think I'm going to have to go again. I think I'm going to have to go again. All right. Sorry. Let's try it again. Who is going to win a free Fluffy? Hopefully you're here. Verback 25. Verback 25. Are you here? Verback 25. Say bye-bye to Mira's blow-up ability. Could be interesting, yeah. Verback. Reroll. No, 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 no. Gotta give him time. Gotta give him a little bit of time. All you need to do is let me know you're here and then send me over your email address. That's all. What the fluff? Yeah, what the fluff is going on? There we go. There we go. Okay, Verback, congratulations. I actually don't need your ID, Verback. What I will need is your email address. Can you go ahead and put your email or your PayPal information? I'm going to be sending you some money so that you can buy them on sending that money via PayPal. So that's what I need. Email address, or depending on where you're at in the world, I do have other options too. Let me know if you do have like a Venmo, Cash App, anything like that. Should be able to make it work. PayPal. PayPal is usually the easiest one though. If you do have PayPal, that would be the best. Major Dodd. I don't know what that means. We can all email him. Yeah. Verback, do you have a PayPal? Just as kind of a general aside here, bonjour. Yeah, he keeps on throwing his ID out. I'm not sure. He might not speak English that well. Let's try something here. He said bonjour. I don't know if he's French. We're going to just try. Verback, what is your PayPal email address? If anyone speaks French here, let's see if this works. And Scott, you're welcome. Yeah, no, 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 no. Um, I am actually not Zeus. My name is Ryan. I have my own channel, Hero Wars Info. But I do a lot of content for Olympus as well. So we partnered up a little bit. Yeah, sure thing. Eat the invaders. I would, as soon as you get him, I would be trying to test him out with other teams, see who he works well with, see what teams he counters. If I'm trying to counter him, I'm probably using Isaac. Probably. What is my channel? It's called Hero Wars Info. Hero Wars Info is my channel. Honestly, I actually haven't even posted a video. Like a month or so. But I do have a lot of good content going over. And so does Olympus, by the way. A lot of good content going individual heroes, tips, tricks, new player stuff, all that good stuff. But Hero Wars Info. Verback. Still waiting on you. You are here, so you are going to get the prize. He's creating a PayPal right now. Yeah, jumping in. Let's talk about while we're waiting. I'm gonna go ahead and dive into what I'm gonna be doing during the hero during the Titan Tournament of Power. I love these events. I love them. I love them. Love them. Number one, just a heads up, you should be waiting on a couple things. Hero Tournament of Titan Power. Do not upgrade your Titans yet. You want to wait on the Titan skins. You want to wait on the summons in the summoning circle and upgrading the Titan specific levels. You will get a double dip if you do that whenever the Power of the Titans is on as well, right? So, because of that, wait at least a day. But Other ways that I'm looking forward to it. Doesn't do a lot. Yeah, that's true. That it will stop him a little bit. Um, but I think he's probably paired better with magic attack heroes because once those magic attack heroes give him magic attack, additional magic attack, his abilities work even better. So yeah, there is a trade-off. But Isaac will be probably pretty good against him. Verback's still waiting for the email. But yeah, I think I'm going to be trying to upgrade this totem a little bit. I have a decent amount of these Guild War trophies. Let's see how much fusion stuff do I have? 790 primal. 790 primal. So we'll probably be upgrading some of this stuff. We're going to be trying at least. We're going to be trying to upgrade some of the primal stuff. Might try once for the elemental. Probably fail on that one. Probably fail. Yeah. Yeah, we're not. No, we're only going to give it to him. Totem levels go crazy for points. Totem fusion goes crazy for points. Honestly, I'm starting to like. You can see here, all of these titans are like level 130. Now I don't have fully maxed out, um, like the actual crowns and stuff. But honestly, I have so much of this resource that I'm going to be spending a lot of this too. And I have 3 million essence of the elements. I have I kind of feel bad who's facing me in the hero the Titan tournament of power. I have so many Titan resources, 2 million of the Titan skin stones. Yeah. Oh, that's too funny. That's too funny. Do you offer payment via Pix? I don't even know what Pix is. I don't even know what that is. Yeah. How much do you think Titus will shake things up? Should I save for him? I think water teams are already really good. I think he could, depending on what he does. Yeah, if you see me in your group, just skip it, right? Just skip. Um, I think he is going to be a utilized hero. So I would say if you have half your Titans done and you're considering should I wait and spend on Titus, I would say wait. If you have like not your full team done, I think you can still fill out your full team before like waiting on him. Yeah. Yep. Still waiting on Verback for his email address. I hope he can understand this. Verback, let me go ahead. I'm going to give you my Discord name. So, because I can't wait forever, I'm going to give you my Discord name and you can give me a private message and with your email. Okay, he's saying something here. Let's see what he's saying. It's been done twice. Oh, you put it in twice? Oh, okay. So Verback, sometimes what happens, Verback, is that it for whatever reason, my chat just doesn't show it. So here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you my no group DM. Where are you? Here we go. Right here. I'm gonna give you my my ID. There you go. Message me directly with your email address. Message me directly with your email address and we can talk about it and we can make sure you get that money. You will get it. We'll make sure of it. If for whatever reason you can't find me on here, just message in the Olympus chat or in the Olympus Discord right here, and we will make sure to get it. We will make sure to get you your money so that you can buy Fluffy. Yeah. But if the chat's not showing it through, then we have to go through a different means. So, yeah, I think that's going to be it for today. I appreciate everyone watching. It would be easier if Hero Wars allowed gifts. It is true. I would just send it that way if Hero Wars did allow gifts. But yeah, thanks so much everyone for watching. It's been an enjoyable stream. Too long didn't listen. Fluffy's going to be a good hero. Fluffy is going to be a very good hero. So go ahead and you're probably going to want to level him up. We will be back. We will be back in probably a week from now, maybe a little bit less, going over either the hero or the Titan Tournament of Power and definitely the new event. So look forward to talking with everyone then. See ya.